Hi, everyone. My name is Kelly Wood, and I'm excited to share my master's project, creating a business plan for Turtle Rock Campground. This project was completed in partnership with the Bureau of Land Management Royal Gorge Field Office, who manage the campground, and the Greater Arkansas River Nature Association, champions for stewardship in the Upper Arkansas River Valley. Thank you for your support. In this presentation, I'll run through an introduction to the campground and the issues that led to this project. I'll highlight the findings from the visitor use study I conducted at Turtle Rock last fall and other corroborating data. Finally, I'll share the business plan I completed for the BLM to propose a camping fee. I camped at Turtle Rock for the first time last June and enjoyed the easy access to trails for running. I sat under a pinyon pine tree watching the birds and taking in the views across the valley to the collegiate peaks. It's a special place. It's not surprising lots of people want to camp there. Turtle Rock is located within the 4 Mile Travel Management Area. 4 Mile is a heavily visited 100,000 acre area managed in part by the BLM, the sections in yellow on this map, and the rest by the U.S. Forest Service, the sections in green. The recreation opportunities in 4 Mile are extensive, including mountain biking, rock climbing, dirt biking, off-highway vehicle use, hiking, and camping. According to the Friends of 4 Mile annual survey report, there are over 300 dispersed campsites in the area. Turtle Rock Campground is a semi-developed camping area located 10 minutes north of the city of Buena Vista. Turtle Rock has 22 campsites, each with a numbered post. The campground has 2 permanent vault toilets, which were new in summer 2020, a decision made by the BLM after years of using portable toilets in the campground, which required constant cleaning. The BLM will be installing picnic tables and fire rings this coming summer. The campground has access to a number of trails that tie into the larger regional trail system and has climbing routes up the namesake Turtle Rock. The campground has always been free, but increasing demand on campsites, parking areas, and toilets is increasing the operating costs for the BLM. More staff time is needed. Quite literally, the toilets are requiring more frequent pumping. BLM staff and volunteers have also noticed that campsites are getting larger and it's causing more vegetation damage. But with issues come opportunities. And at Turtle Rock, the opportunity to provide developed camping would be a way to manage visitor impacts. The federal land management agencies have authority to collect fees under the Federal Lands Recreation Enhancement Act, which enables agencies to retain the fees they collect to use at that site. In order to introduce a new camping fee under FLORIA, the Royal Gorge Field Office needs to submit a proposal to the Resource Advisory Council with a business plan showing how a fee is appropriate and how revenue will be used. My project was putting together that plan. To inform the fee proposal business plan, we needed to understand how the fee would affect visitors. To do that, I designed a research study with 2 goals. First, to understand current visitor use levels and patterns, and second, to analyze how visitors would respond to the introduction of a camping fee by investigating willingness to pay and potential displacement to other lands. The survey launched in early September last fall, and with the help of my undergraduate research assistant, Gabe, we administered surveys to 60 groups of campers at Turtle Rock. It would have been great to start earlier in the summer, but pandemic challenges and university approval gummed up our gears. Alas, we masked up and talked with campers who were very generous with their time. Often, our 9-question survey stretched into a 10 or 15-minute conversation. Be careful what you wish for when you ask, any other comments? The biggest takeaways from the visitor use study were that campers were satisfied. On average, campers rated their experience 8.7 on a scale of 1 to 10. Many campers reported appreciating the very clean vault toilet. More than half of our respondents found out about Turtle Rock Campground online from sites like freecampsites.net or van life apps. Trying to assess willingness to pay, we found 63% of respondents would not change their likeliness to camp if there was a camping fee. Turns out camper displacement is hard to study because many campers hadn't thought about where they would go if they would leave Turtle Rock. Either that or they didn't want to tell us. While the sample size for this study was small, thankfully, other organizations shared incredibly robust data sets with me for this project. I used the Friends of 4 Mile annual Memorial Day survey reports, which included extensive data on camping going back 12 years. Friends of 4 Mile found that camping has increased an average of 19% per year across the 4 Mile area. The Envision Chaffee County program also funded a study last summer, and they surveyed more than 3,000 people, learning about camping preferences, values, and motivations. The BLM tracks visitation through their entire field office, as well as visitation to specific recreation sites through the RMIS. And the BLM uses automated vehicle counters to track visitation as well. Together, these data painted a robust picture of recreational visitation in the area. And the trends are visitation is going up. This shows vehicle counter data from the access road to Turtle Rock over the last 10 years, reflecting a threefold increase. This brings me to part 2 of my project, creating the business plan that the BLM will use to propose the camping fee. I prepared the business plan to meet the guidance from the BLM Resource Advisory Council, as well as requirements established by FLRIA policy and BLM handbooks. The first part of the business plan shows financial analysis. The BLM currently spends about $32,000 per year to operate and maintain Turtle Rock Campground. This includes staff and supplies. Then I modeled different fee revenue scenarios based on a number of variables. I ran calculations with different camping fees from $7 to $20. I played with different occupancy rates in the campground from 50% capacity up to 95%. I used different season lengths, and I even calculated revenue if the BLM were to build additional campsites. Based on the financial models, I found that a $15 fee would generate enough money for the BLM to cover their current operating costs if the campground is 75% full for 4 months. This is consistent with visitation data from the past few summers. FLRIA stipulates that a recreational fee must be based on comparable sites in the area. So I researched other public and private campgrounds in Chaffee County and the surrounding area. I found that the average price for a public campground with similar amenities to Turtle Rock was $19 per night. This supports the BLM proposing a $15 camping fee. The BLM plans to bring this business plan and fee proposal to public comment later this year as part of a larger camping management plan. While some might not like management actions like camping fees, increasing participation in outdoor recreation is creating pressure on our lands and waters, our wildlife and plants, and on our public land management agencies. That said, it's exciting to see more people getting outdoors, discovering new activities, and finding connection with nature. I'm inspired by the passionate people I've met on this project who are working to make recreation on public lands more equitable, accessible, and sustainable. Thanks for listening, And I hope you can all get out and camp on your public lands this summer.